What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Unleashed podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. Hopefully, you've been doing great since the last episode. If you have been loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button here on YouTube, or you can subscribe to your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. We absolutely love to hear your feedback. If you haven't followed me yet, you can on social media at The Official Justin Ford. Again, at The Official Justin Ford. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok, and also here on YouTube. Got another great episode in store for you today. But before we get into that, I wanted to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they live next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined loan experience, helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Next Door Lending is currently licensed in over 23 states and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. Whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. I've got one incredible person in the studio today. Not a guest anymore, like I said on the last one. You're my co-host for the Real, Raw, and Uncut segment, my wife, my better half.
Yes.
Joy Ford.
Amen to that.
Amen to that.
Although I think you're my better half, but
good.
Real, Raw, and Uncut. It's a good time.
What does it mean to be real and raw and uncut? Maybe someone's tuning in for the first time to our show. We've been doing this now for a year and a half. It's crazy.
I know.
Yeah. I remember the first time you were so nervous.
I was so nervous because I don't like to be put on the spot. I never know what he's going to say. He's going to ask. I have to be prepared. And then now I just kind of go with the flow. Even if I sound stupid, I don't care. I know you're listening, but like, what you get is what you get.
What you get is what you get. And you never sound stupid to me. You always sound amazing.
Sometimes I'm like, why did I use that word in my head? But it comes out.
Yeah. So what's
Need
real?
to read more books.
Yeah. So what's real, raw, and uncut?
Real, raw, and uncut is being real, whether it's a story, whether it's a testimony, whatever we're talking about. Raw, obviously, is raw. I mean, nothing is sugar-coated around here. And it's uncut because this is like really live. Like they don't really add to make me look extra beautiful. I know I'm already beautiful.
Yes, you are.
They don't add extra filters. They don't like add, Justin's hair to be extra fluffy. Like that's how he blow dried it this morning. It's real, raw, and uncut. Like there is no sugarcoating. We're real about it. If you're real people, message us. Let's connect. There's no phony baloney here.
None. Yeah, no, I don't think, I know for a fact in all the episodes we've ever done, we've never had to say, cut, let's do that again. It's always.
Yes, actually.
Really?
The first ever episode that you did.
Oh, that I did.
He was telling a story. It was like an hour and a half long. He was going and going, and he was sweating, and the lights were hitting him. And then the other podcast guy was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to redo that whole thing. It's long-winded." It's like he's like, "Oh, I didn't know. Thought I was supposed to go through my whole story." Like, it was the longest podcast ever. I'm in the back, like, "Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. Like, is this how it's gonna be?"
Well, I didn't know. I thought I had. I'm so used to like doing motivational speaking. I'm like, once upon a time.
I know it was like in second grade. Like no one's gonna listen to that. It used to be 15-20 minute podcast.
And I didn't understand it. So that was that was day one. But I'm saying like outside of that, because I didn't know what I was doing, like we've never had to like say, all right, cut, let's do that again.
No, this is it.
This is it. Real, raw, and uncut.
Sorry if I have a funny face, if something spits out, I don't know.
Well, we've had a lot of great episodes, and I think, really real, raw, and uncut is, where we are today. We've been able to build some success. We have a platform. We've been able to influence people. People follow us, and people see where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to see what you put on social media or you put onto a podcast or, what people perceive. Oh man, Justin and Joy, they got it all
great
together.
To work together. Your marriage. No. A lot of bumps. Every day.
Every day there's a lot of bumps.
Every day. He's like, "What's for dinner?" I'm like, "I made chicken breast for the week. Good luck."
Every single day. Where? I open my sock drawer. Where's my socks? Oh, they're in the dryer.
The dog got them. One day it's the dog got them. The next it's probably mixed with mine. Like those darn socks. I wish we can move to Florida. I wouldn't worry about socks.
Yeah, but Real Raw and Uncut is really just being real. Like that's one thing that I love about our relationship is we don't sugarcoat it. We don't act like we've got it all together. Mm-hmm. We share the struggles. We share the hardships. We share the difficulties that we've gone through. And because we want people to know that, marriage is not easy. Life is not easy. There's trials, there's tribulations, there's ups, there's downs, but you can still continue to strive and push forward to make it better and better every day. And there were many times along the 18-year journey that we've been on where it didn't look good, right? There were times where you wanted to leave, I wanted to leave, but yet I look at where our marriage is today, and it's better than it's ever been. But we've continued to work towards it, and it's not just. It takes
a lot of work.
It does take a lot of work.
Come home, I just want to not do a load of laundry. I'm like, I got to do a load of laundry. You're like, where are the pistachios? I don't know, Justin. I'm gonna go find them.
But no, you really are amazing, and I've seen like. Because now you're a real estate agent, you're a mom.
Is it hot? Is it extra amazing?
You are like right now, honestly. But you're amazing at home. You're amazing in real estate, mom, wife. Like, sometimes it's, I think maybe as husbands, we can underestimate our wives sometimes, but like I've been really just kind of sitting back and noticing like all you do and you're awesome. Just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You are no words to describe you. There are really no words. I mean, it's silly. Like the best.
Yeah. Today on the show, but maybe tomorrow it might be a little
every day is the best, but just different times of the day.
Exactly.
It's fun.
But we're in real estate together and obviously we're representing our Justin Ford team.
Yeah, I finally got him to commit to navy blue. I love
navy blue. Is actually
I love
nice.
Navy blue. I love like a burgundy. Like I love those fall deep colors. But navy blue, can't go wrong with it.
And the only reason I didn't wear my navy blue shirt today is because Joy's wearing it, and I wanted to stand out a little bit. But actually, I would look good if I was wearing my blue and you were wearing your blue.
No, because it got a dark.
I like how you're wearing the long sleeve, but I've got the short sleeve. Joy always gets me the basic polos, and then she gets these fancy zip up. I
got me and Tierra one of these.
Yeah,
I got
these are nice.
Emilio like a hoodie thing that I know he would wear.
Yeah.
He doesn't care for a polo, but
I love it. But what we want to talk about today is the second half of the year. If you're in real estate right now, we have 6 months left, including this month. And this first year, half of this year just flew by.
Yes.
And what I've been talking to a lot of real estate agents about, being a coach at Glover U and coaching real estate agents and just having friends in the business is that for many agents, it's been a slower start for the first half of the year. And, even when we were at the Glover U conference last month in Traverse City, the whole talk was, what are you going to do for the second half of the year to ensure that you finish the year strong? And what Joy and I want to talk to you guys about today are some things that we're doing in the second half of the year to finish strong and have a better second half than first half. But these are things that you can also apply to your business. And so,
yes. And keep in mind, the second half really ends in November because things in November close by the end of December. And really with holiday delays, sometimes with lenders, like really, what are we doing to fill our pipes through November, even at end of October?
Yeah, because everything usually you put under contract in November could close in December, but really November starts 2024.
Oh, does it? Okay, so then October.
Yeah, so it's like, what are we going to do? What are you going to do to have a big July, August, second half of the year?
4 months.
And one of the things that I've done is I've committed to being on the phones more. We've had a lot of other sources of business, that have given us opportunities. We have past clients, we have referrals, we have other areas of referrals and deals that come in, but prospecting is always the way to go. And in the month of June, last month, I made a commitment in the beginning of the month that I was going to prospect and hit it hard and take 10 listings. And I did, Took 10 listings in the month of June because I was intentional about it. Whereas in the beginning, the first half of the year, I took some listings and stuff, but it wasn't like laser beam focused. And what I notice is, you got to start with a goal.
Right. Yes.
Right. So you got to start with a goal. And Joy and I have a goal to close 50 transactions.
Yeah,
because I said second half of the year. The next 6 months.
Yeah, I need to get it in second gear, third gear. I need to go in 10 gear. I don't know if there's 10.
You're working on it. You're getting there. Because I'm
10 deals for you. That means 10 clients, buyers for me then. If they're buying.
So if we have 50 transactions that close between now and the end of the year, between you and I, that's like
now and the end of the year.
Yeah.
50. I need to stay young. My hair is getting gray. Honey.
No, you got this. Kidding. Honestly,
well, once Judah, this is the thing, okay? Moms that are working, that are managing the home, to hit that kind of goal, I probably need a helper at home. Okay, so like right now, I try to do it all. I have help cleaners. That's all I have.
You don't try to do it all. You do.
I do it all. I just have cleaners to help clean the house because I told him once we get this home that's a little more bigger, I'm not going to slave away every Saturday. I'm going to be in it with my kids and doing all the fun stuff with them. Whatever. Now he's telling me we're doing 50 transactions by the end of the year. I really need to get some things in place, but
and we're working on that.
And that means like someone to help with the dogs, to like walk them in the morning and the night. Whoever's available.
You can walk the dogs in the morning.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
I also have kids at home.
It's not like you're at the office at 8 a.m. like me prospecting.
No, I don't get on the phones. No, because I handle buyers. So I do a lot
you work with buyers. That's primarily what you're doing is you're working with all of our buyers and you're working our database.
Yeah.
So what are some things that you're going to do in the second half of the year through the database and working with buyers to ensure that we hit 50 deals by the end of the year?
I need to be engaging with our database way more than what I was doing the first half.
What does that look
like?
like?
Which I can honestly say that I wasn't giving it my 100%.
You did good. You called. I called 500-600 people in 6 months. So you called about 100 people a month.
I called way more than that. It
was
felt
it
like
more than
millions.
That? Millions. You did call a lot.
There was a lot of calls.
Yeah.
And I made note for all them, some ones that moved out of state that had a stomach ache to know that they moved without our help. But that happens. So called them all and then trying to put a client event, which is not my strength.
We're going to do 2 client appreciation events through at the end of the year. We're going to do a Tigers baseball game and we're going to do something around Thanksgiving, the pie giveaway.
Yeah, and then sending out letters.
You're going to send out letters?
I was listening. Taylor talked a lot about that. She talks about database and how to handle all that. So I always note myself okay, I got to get going with that. So it's just putting things in place and really tightening up on my schedule.
Yeah. Schedule is always going to be, I think, the downfall for real estate agents. Unless you have a strong morning routine and a strong time management plan, it's not going to happen. And so all right. So what I hear you saying is for the second half of the year, you're going to be more engaged with the database. We're going to do 2 client appreciation events. You're going to send out letters. Is there anything else that you're doing or that you can even encourage those that are listening right now, what they can do with their past clients and their center of influence?
I mean, I learned all that from Glover U. I learned how to handle the database.
So share what you learned. Yeah, texting, calling.
I put reminders on our in our CRM. Is that the CRM?
Follow Us.
Yeah, I put reminders on when to contact. So they're like, oh, we're looking to sell at the end of the year. Well, I'm going to contact them in August.
Yep.
So I have tasks to hit and call and text and then just being personable with them on a constant,
building relationships.
Yeah, building relationships consistently, calling and just touching base. Or one of them was like, "Oh, I'm having surgery next week," and just sending a card, doing things, to stay in touch and stay in front of them.
Yep,
absolutely. Really. But speaking of working moms, whether you're a single mom or you're a married mom and you're working in real estate, it is a lot more to have to juggle because, for me, it's, I'd love to say I can go in the office from 10 to 4, but I'm well, I have Judah who's 10. And so he's not going to just sit in front of the screen. No. So I need someone to help with him, to keep him busy. We have a pool membership to and he's got one more, a month and a half.
Till school starts.
2 months. Yeah, they start at the end of August. So it's really just, what am I going to do to put something in place for him for this next month and a half?
Right.
And what does my schedule going to look like for the rest of the summer? Because, summer break and they go back to school in August for my kids, at least.
And then finish the year strong.
Yeah, because it's easy for me to go in the office from 10 to 3 every day while he's in school.
Right.
It's different when it's summertime. So I just kind of changed my schedule up, but I need to hone in more and tighten it and be committed.
Yeah. And so maybe for those that are listening right now, you're either a single mom in the business or you are a mom who needs to take care of the kids in the summer. What are some of the things that you do? Maybe you can drop some ideas, not only for Joy, but for others that are listening. Feel free to, drop a comment in the comment section. Feel free to reach out to us. We would love to hear what are some of the things you do to keep your kids busy in the summer so that you can still be productive in your business and not just sit your kids in front of the games or the screens, because that's easy to do. That's the easy way out.
Right. And actually, I will say this one thing. Judah's going into 5th grade, so he's a little older. It's not like he's a toddler, but I do collaborate with other moms too. So like his best friend's mom, she's a doctor. She works, I think, 3 or 4 full days, and one of them's on a Saturday, I believe. Mm-hmm. But so we said, okay, well, I told her, well, I'll do Fridays with Gabe and we'll take him to the pool. So like
you trade days.
Yeah, we trade days. So like if I have her son this one or 2 days, she'll have Judah 1 or 2 days. So I know I can have a full day of work those 2-3 days.
Yeah, that's solid.
So yeah, it's just collaborating with other parents that have full-time jobs and say, hey, if how about we do this? And then we put them both in camps at the same time. So we were both, free for 3 days at camp too. But it's collaborating with other moms that are working either in real estate or just a full-time job, and that you can help each other out.
So what I hear you saying is one of the things that you're going to do to finish strong in the second half of the year, so we hit our goal, is really get your schedule and your time in order.
Yes.
It's a must, right?
It's a must. It's like there's no reason why we can't hit our goal.
No, we're going to hit our goal.
There's no reason. There's no excuse for it.
Yeah, there's no reason or no excuse. So you're going to do that. You're also going to be working your database, our database, right? You're going to send letters. We're going to do client appreciation events. You're going to reach out, because that's something that we can cultivate and be able to, build relationships with our clients and create new opportunities. Now for me, and so for those of you guys that are listening, I always say, how do you get more transactions? You have to have more conversations. And so I'm prospecting multiple days a week. I'm getting my contacts up. I'm talking to more people. I'm doubling down.
Let's go.
I am going on more appointments, because I know that in this business that the way that you get more opportunities is being consistent.
Head down.
Yeah, head down, grinding, and making the phone calls. So whether it's picking up the phone and prospecting expires and FSBOs, going out and door knocking, working your database, you've got to increase your conversations if you're going to have more opportunities. So that's definitely something you need to do. And then another thing that you have to do is really guard your time. I know you talked about that a little bit, Joy, but you have to make sure that you have a strong routine. And then another thing too is, what are you doing to make sure you're taking care of yourself, whether it's self-care, mindset, all of those things. Because I know for me, when I flip the switch, I can run so hard to where I'm like wore out. And even last night, like I laid down in bed super early. Joy's like, you already going to bed? I'm like, yeah. And I just asked you to pray for me, and you prayed over me. And I just like slept a long time, because when I make a decision to go all in, like I get mentally, but emotionally, because I give it my all. Like I go all in. And so you just have to make a commitment. So first thing is set a goal. What's your goal for the second half of the year? Number 2, create a strong morning routine and schedule. What is your schedule going to look like through the end of the year? Okay. Number 3 is, if you are a mom like Joy and she's talking about how do I finish the summer, with all these other obligations, is find support, right? Find help, find support. Number 4 is make a commitment to take your prospecting game to the next level, whether it's your database, whether it's cold calling, door knocking, or whatever. More conversations lead to more conversions, period. Period.
And I was also thinking, kids are home during the summer, going back to that again. It means you can always wake up earlier than your kids are waking up. A lot of times they're probably sleeping a little bit more, depending on the age.
Yep.
But that can mean they were sleeping in just a little bit more, which means we can get up a little earlier more to send out emails on autopilot. Like if you wanted to send out at 8 a.m., you have like 10 emails to send out. Then that means we need to wake up a little earlier to send those emails to go out for 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And that's one thing that you did for that morning
that goes back
without
to
anybody like tugging at you or wanting your attention.
That goes back to your morning routine. Got to have a morning routine. What time are you going to start every day? And what are you going to do during those times? And number 5 is, what are you going to do to have a strong mindset and to take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And I know for you like to get massages. I like to get massages. I know you like to run and work out. Those things help you. Same thing for me. Like, we have to take time for us and be okay with it. My counselor said one time, he said, I said, there's times where I feel like nothing's going on, that I need something to be going on. So I feel like I got to do this, like this. And what he said was this, he said, Justin, whether you're frustrated, you feel not motivated, whatever it is, he said, just embrace the way you feel and be okay with it. So like last night I came home and I just laid on the couch and watched a show.
Yeah, you relaxed.
And I wasn't thinking, like, I felt like,
our kids weren't home.
I need to do something. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to chill. And I'm okay with that because I know that I need to rest. If I'm going 100 every day, there needs to be some downtime and there needs to be some time where I recharge and refuel, and that's okay.
Yep.
So the 5 things that we recommend you absolutely must have to do second half of the year. Number 1, what is your goal for the second half of the year? Mm-hmm. Number 2, what does your schedule look like? What time do you start? What are you doing throughout your morning and throughout your day to make sure you get your stuff done? Okay. Number 3, more conversations, whether it's your database, whether it's prospecting, whether it's lead generation, and all of that. Number 4 is, who do you need help from or support from to be able to do those first 3 things?
Yeah, accountability wise too.
Accountability, help, right?
Yeah,
leverage.
Yes.
And then number 5, what are you going to do to ensure you don't burn out?
Yep.
How are you going to have a strong mindset? How are you going to work on your mindset? And how are you going to take care of you? And if you do those 5 things consistently and show up, you're going to crush your goals in the second half of the year.
Yes, and be on the beach in Mexico or somewhere hot.
That's how we like to finish the year.
We do it in
like
December.
we literally take off pretty much the whole month of December.
We go on a family trip with the kids.
We go for
on break
an out of the country trip, and then we just enjoy Christmas and the holidays. I know some people like to grind and push real hard through December, and that's good.
People with no kids could do that.
Yeah, but we like to celebrate, and we like to take a month and just rest so that when January hits, it's go time again.
The pina coladas. The kids love the pina coladas.
The virgin pina coladas. Our kids do not drink.
They're not even
pina
old
coladas.
enough to drink.
I know.
Yes, and then the tacos. Like
tacos are great.
I'm already thinking about it. See, I'm looking at that.
Yep, that's a part of the hey. So if we don't hit 50, we're not going to Mexico.
No tacos.
No tacos. So let's finish strong.
Yeah, we're gonna do this.
50 by the end of the year.
Let's do.
What are we doing here?
What is going on?
Is this it? I thought we were going to do like this. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to another episode. These are the 5 things that you can absolutely do to crush the second half of your year in 2023. Really appreciate you always tuning in. I want to remind you that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. This is not just the sponsor of our show. I always say it every week. These are the people that we entrust with our personal buyers. Every single buyer that comes through the door, we recommend Next Door Lending as their preferred lender. They're not just a great lender. They have over 600 5-star reviews, a perfect Better Business Bureau rating. This is a lender that we entrust with our clients. So if you're a buyer right now and you need to be pre-approved, call our friends over at Next Door Lending. If you're looking to refinance your home, call our friends over at Next Door Lending. And if you're a real estate agent and you're looking for a great lender to partner with, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Thanks for tuning in to today's episode, guys. I always like to leave you with 2 things. Number 1, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number 2, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.